Welcome inside Cavelli Center in April. This will be the site of the NCAA championship on the men's side. But for now, it's a season opener for the Ohio State Buckeyes, who welcome in the Greenville Panthers to begin their season in what's always exciting in an Olympic year as well. And alongside Harrison Andre, I'm Jonathan Mathis. And Harrison, when we look at all the excitement and the new faces coming in, brand new season, what jumps out at you about this season opening matchup?
Right now, looking at this opening season matchup, I'm looking forward to seeing how the Panthers are going to do. Their new and upcoming team, I believe this is their second or third
Just number
season.
two, second year.
Exactly, so just their second year. So a lot of new gymnastics, a lot of new faces, and I'm always here for new gymnastics. So I'm excited to see how they do today. And also some freshmen on the Buckeye will be competing today, so I'm excited to see that as well.
So plenty of new faces, some familiar ones. Cameron Nelson coming off of a strong last season. As a team, Ohio State, who will be first on the floor, they want to have a rebounding effort. They did not finish where they wanted to at the bottom of the Big Ten. They have their sights set much higher this year. And to get things started, it'll be Justin Ciccone, the sophomore from Rochester, New York, leading us all off here on the floor.
And Justin is a little powerhouse, so expect some big tumbling. Nice opening front layout, front double pike, step forward, but nothing crazy. Nice, good control, front full, double front, kept it on his feet. Good double layout, a little low on the landing. Want to see the chest up a little bit higher as he lands, but he's keeping it going. It's looking very good. His non-acro sequence, you'll typically see that more on the pommel horse, but we call those Russians when you're spinning around like that. On the floor into his wide arm press, showing great strength and control. Just a regular normal press. And those skills are required in order to rack up some extra difficulty on the side besides all this tumbling. A little hop on the double full, but he's keeping it going. And a nice double full to finish. That was a really solid routine from Justin Ciccone. A little steps here and there, something that later on in the season you'll want to work on fine-tuning and trying eliminating those deductions. But for early in the season, he stayed on his feet and everything looked good. There's another look at his dismount, front double full. And then you saw the stutter step, so that'll be an extra tenth, and you kind of want to avoid when you take a step, you just want to take one step in, not extras. So again, just stuff to look forward to in the future. But yeah.
But off to a strong start here for Ohio State. First time to begin the season at home since 2020 for the Buckeyes. And now Greenville, this is not their debut. They debuted a week ago. Second place finish against Michigan. Here's Michael Avery.
Wow, nice control on the front layout double full. I like to see that. Nice and high, double front. Very nice control on his press handstand. Nice amplitude on that triple full. Fairly simple side pass, but he gets the landing, and that's what you want to see when you do a pass like that. That nice clean stick. Good work. He looked a little wonky in the air on the front full out of the 1.5, but like a cat, he was able to find his feet.
He was a big commit for Greenville last year.
Oh, almost had this
So
stick.
close.
Almost had this stick. And that's what you want to see. You want to see these gymnasts fighting for these landings, because the more you fight, the better, less deductions you have when you're not taking all those steps.
He had a 13.65, the second best score for Greenville on the floor last week against Michigan. as part of a 3-team doubleheader. This is just a dual meet, which is a lot of fun. We can just focus on one event at a time, which is nice. And now we get to focus on Christian Grahovsky, the sophomore from Pennville, New York. They're expecting him to compete in 3, maybe 4 events. Had to deal with a little bit of, especially if there's some injuries or illness, but he was looking strong last year. The Big Ten Gymnast of the Week once, and now he gets to take to the floor for the second time for the Buckeyes.
I'm really excited to see Christian on this event. He was doing a lot of pommel horse, rings, and high bar last season. Excited to see him on floor. A little under-rotated on that double front, but nothing crazy, nothing bad. Pretty and floaty on that whip 2.5. That was really nice. Out of bounds on the front double full. Nice clean double full. Back double full.
And this is his first time competing in this event in a competition. Now he's been practicing it. He's in training.
He has. But yeah, like I said, Christian was doing a lot more horse, rings, high bar, a little more swinging events last year and this year as well. So exciting to see him on an event he's typically not competing.
And we will see him on the high bar and the pommel horse today as well.
Okay. A little over-rotated on the triple, and it looked like he almost wasn't going to make it all the way around, but he snuck that last half twist in. So that was a good save on his part, staying on his feet and getting credit for that triple twist. Let's see if he made it round. I would give that credit. We'll see what the judges do. If the judges don't give him credit for that triple full, you can see a huge decline in his start value because he already did a 2.5. So if they devalue the triple full, he'll get credit for a 2.5, and he can't repeat skills. So it becomes this whole debacle. So hopefully he gets credit.
We want to avoid the debacles.
We want to avoid the debacles. That's why, yes, exactly.
Well, on the sheet, we had Mac Pollock is next in line for Greenville.
And it's important in moments like these that the gymnast is finding inner strength, waiting to compete, because it can be anxious when you're waiting. But once it's go time, it's go time. All right, hands down on the double back. There we go, that's more like it. Nice 2.5 front layout. Good front full, nice and clean.
He had a 13 in this event last week against Michigan.
There we go, nice double full. One thing I'm noticing with the Panthers after these first couple of guys is that they like to keep their legs together in the air, and that is a good thing. That is something that the judges cannot take deductions on. And that's why we're going to see some nice scores from this team, not necessarily because of all the high-flying tricks, but because they're doing nice, clean gymnastics.
And this is a team, high sights. They're not exactly expecting to win today, but they want to set a new program record. They want to break 390 would be an ideal score for them.
And breaking 390 is a big step into getting that 400 mark and that. Oh, on his feet. Got to give him credit. Credit for the dismount.
Yeah,
got the triple full round.
Hung in there.
But yeah, there were some deductions in that routine that the Panthers won't like to have, especially if they're trying to reach a program record, break that 390 mark.
And Zach Peters, the head coach for Greenville, who has competed very well during his time in college in Nebraska. He said that last week they were disappointed with how they performed against Michigan. They had 11 falls, and he said they were, even with the falls, they score was good, but if they had just 5 falls less, they would have broken their program record score. They're hoping they can do that today. As you see the scores so far, 1 in the 13s, Grahovsky 12.45, and here is Zach Snyder, who's pinch hitting today.
Nice double-double.
Jacob Harmon was originally slated here, and he was scratched.
Good front layout, front double full. Okay, you got a little lost on that pass right there. I believe he was supposed to do whip 2.5, but over-rotated a little bit going into the 2.5, and when you're over-rotated and you keep twisting, you flip even faster. So that he decided to only stick with the double full and stay on his feet. So quick thinking from Zach.
I was going to say it looked like he almost was just carrying too much speed in that last run.
Yeah, wasn't quite. There we go. That was a little more like it. That was nice. Front full, tuck full. Nice, triple full. That was a very, very, very good routine from Zach Schneider. He was a little all over the place with the landings here and there, but nothing too crazy. And is this his first time completing floor? Do you have that?
It is, I believe. Rustam Sharipov, he said, in 13th year head coach for Ohio State, who knows the thing about gymnastics, being an Olympian a couple times, that they were expecting Zach Snyder to be competing in the floor by the end of the year, but he had to step up a little early to fill out the 3rd spot in the rotation for Ohio State. Now here's Jackson Clapper. Clapper, one of the many young guys on the team, 11 freshmen, 12 returners, mostly sophomores. He's a freshman from Kansas City.
And that was a nice 2.5 front layout right there. He looks like he has a calm, level head in this routine so far, and that's nice to see from these freshmen on the Panthers team. He's not an acro, Russian skills. Good, and you can see that some of the guys on the Greenville team are doing layouts in their passes. Not worth a lot of difficulty, but if you stick the landing, you have no deductions. So you can't lose what you aren't really necessarily building up, and it helps with the score. Ending with a double full, a little simpler dismount, but it was nice and clean. That was a nice routine. Good to see that.
We're expecting a couple of really nice routines coming up for the Buckeyes. Kazuki Hayashi, next, the senior from Fairfax, Virginia, not from Virginia. He's next up, and then Cameron Nelson will follow, and they both have the potential to put up some monster scores.
They're very much capable of putting up big numbers.
Kazuki 17th in the country last year in this event in his overall scores. Qualified for the NCAAs.
Little under on the opening pass, double-double. His attempt at a front 2.5 right there. Not quite sure if he made it all the way around, so. Full in, stuck, that was nice. But going back to that 2.5, yeah, not sure if he made it all the way around. We'll see what the judges do with that and if they give it credit.
Right now, the highest score so far is Greenville's Michael Avery, who led off for them.
And Michael is holding that top score right now because he had nice clean form in the air, nice clean landings. But Zuki is putting up a fight right now, so we'll see, because that front row double full was very nice. 2.5 front full, okay. Little uncontrolled step back. This is a long and monster routine. You hear that bell, he only has 10 seconds to finish this routine right here. To his feet, triple full. All right, the Buckeyes will take that. That was a nice routine from Zuki. Again, today we're not seeing landings really how we want them to be. You want to see more stuck, cold landings. But again, it's early in the season. Right now, the boys are more focused on hitting their sets, making sure everything's there, making sure the difficulty's there, so then we can clean up so they can clean up later on in the season.
One of the rare seniors on the Greenville team, which is just 2 years old, one of 3 Division III teams competing in men's gymnastics, which is there's no class. So there might be Division III as a size of a school, but they're playing the big boys each week.
Yep.
Here is Charlie Kramer, the senior from Minnesota.
Nice opening triple. You can see his experience coming through, control on that pass right there. Interesting technique there on that. I do forget what it's called, but it's more of a front handspring / side round-off entry into a front tumbling pass. Nice double back. He's having his chest up on these landings. That's what you like to see, and he's having good control. Nice layout. And the thing with Kramer is that you said he's from Minnesota. Their team was dissolved in 2021, somewhere around that time. So with the closing of one opportunity, another door opens. And here he is at Greenville. That was a nice full and a half front full, good landing. He's having good landings in this routine. This is a very clean routine so far. This is what we like to see. Nice control on the press handstand. He's looking really good so far. Now just needs a nice finish. Two and a half. Nice. Minimal deductions in that routine. That was very nice. That's what you like to see. Looked very polished.
Greenville already has the highest score in this competition at the moment, and that's going to be another big one for them, you would imagine.
Yes. He had some decent difficulty, and he had very nice landings. I liked his landings.
And now, who finished 8th in the Cairo World Cup just this past year, Cameron Nelson. Native of Idaho, all Big Ten preseason, all Big Ten second team a year ago. Looking for a big year as his sights are set on Paris if he can get there.
Yep, Cam has been training elite, working very hard on that. He has some big skills. We'll see what he does today. Double twisting, double back. Looks like he kept it in bounds.
Okay, barely just kept that in.
Yeah. Nice front full double front. Half, half. Nice, wide arm press, very good. And then the normal press, also very good. Wow, very nice 2.5. That was very nice, very nice. 2.5 layout. Almost looked like he barely got that 2.5 round. But no worries. Triple, a little on the rotated, but good. That looked clean to me. That was a very nice set from Cameron Nelson. A little bit hoppy on 1 or 2 landings, but very good overall. I liked it.
Strong debut to the season for Cameron Nelson and a strong first rotation for the Buckeyes as a whole.
Yes. They'll be happy with that.
We'll see how the scores trickle in, but right now the 2 highest scorers were Charlie Kramer and Michael Avery of Greenville's. But is the totality, the whole team effort by Ohio State has really shown forth here, where Greenville's had some big highs and some lower scores. Ohio State much more consistent.
Yep. And that's the thing with gymnastics. it can work like that, and then you don't really know who's going to end up on top, but we'll see, we'll see.
Now, the final man is Zach Conley, a sophomore from Orem, Utah, who won the floor competition at Michigan last week. And to the rest of the team for Greenville, for Zach Peters as head coach, he said there was nothing new what they saw, that routine. They've been seeing it. They saw it all preseason, all through training. They knew he had it in him. The question for Zach Conley is, can he do it again? He had a 14.14. He had a 14.100. Good enough to win it against the Wolverines. What will he do against the Buckeyes?
Yeah, and that is a big number, and especially taking the title against the Wolverines, that's a big accomplishment. They are a very, very good team. Front layout, front double full. Full in, hands down. Looked like he didn't stand up enough out of the set. Triple full, there we go. Ah, very pretty. Oh, but I do believe that is a fall.
Falls were an issue for Greenville last week. The question is, how do they respond to it?
Exactly. He's got to keep his head level and cool because he's already had 2 falls so far in this routine. One on his full twisting double back and another on that non-acro skill called a mana. Good, good. Nice 4.5 front full. Nice 2.5 dismount. Good, strong finish from the Panthers.
Not the perfect routine they were looking for, but a strong showing overall for Greenville here through the floor.
Exactly, exactly. Just like you said, not exactly what they were looking for today, especially trying to get on that 390 team total score. But it is only the first event. And as I like to say, anything can happen in gymnastics. So
we'll update the scores for you as we take a little break, as we transition from the floor to the pommel horse. Coming up next here on Big Ten Plus. Welcome back inside Cavelli Center, this beautiful venue, multi-purposed, which is fitting for a gymnastics event because it's always multi-purposed out here, but they had a wrestling meet in here last night. They have men's gymnastics right now. They have volleyball tonight. And next for us is the pommel horse, which Ohio State begins with just under a 4-point lead through the floor. And that's a credit to Greenville. They had the two top scorers between Charlie Kramer and Michael Avery. The two top scorers on the floor, and we'll see what they can deliver here in the pommel horse as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and looking back at that first rotation on the floor exercise, we saw a couple falls from the Panthers, which is not exactly what they were looking for on their opening event, wanting to open out strong, especially going into pommel horse. But nothing too detrimental. As you were talking about, they did have the two highest scores of the event, showcasing what they're capable of. So looking forward, the Panthers are going to want to keep cool, calm, and collected in order to stay in the game. And the Buckeyes are going to want to just keep doing what they did on floor, keep plowing along ahead, doing nice, clean, consistent routines. And for the pommel horse, both teams are looking to stay on.
What I think is interesting from that floor is Zach Conley, the anchor for Greenville. He got an 11.550. And remember, last week we said he got a 14.100. So if he did anywhere close, he had a couple falls. If he cleaned that up a little bit, then we're looking at a much closer competition through one station.
Competition. Yes, much, much closer. So, like I said, Greenville not exactly where they want to be right now, but not a horrendous situation. It is gymnastics. Anything can happen. And we're on pommel horse. The most anything can happen event of all of them.
And leading off for Greenville will be Landon Bennis, the freshman from Richmond, Texas. It's kind of nice when you have the consistency, or they already had a previous event, so you can go back. This is exactly what they did. He had a 12 flat against Michigan. And what's interesting, I think, also for Greenville is they are keeping the exact same lineup, exact same rotation through the first couple events, through the first 3 events before they change it up some. But they've got a lot of consistency in their lineup here today, matching up with last week.
Yeah, so the thing with a consistent lineup is I'm going to want to say that they're looking to try and just get these get this specific lineup accustomed to competing day in, day out, weekend after weekend. So it's a well-trained team that they're ready to handle any competition, any setting, and it takes numbers. So I believe that's one possibility as to why they kept the same lineup.
Someone we won't see today, or not expecting to, Richie Mays, the sophomore from Houston. He was the only Panther to qualify for the NCAAs last year. Finished 28th in the vault. The vault's really a strong event for these Panthers. That's the one event they beat Michigan in last week as a team.
And what that tells me is we are going to see some nice, exciting gymnastics later on in the competition if they were able to oust Michigan on vault. They must have some big vaults in their arsenal. I'm excited to see that later on.
You see the score, very close through one rotation, and now we go to the wild card, the pommel horse.
Exactly, exactly. All right, here we go. Nice opening scissor to the middle. Very steady in that flop work. That was really nice. Nice and stable. Stop her down. Very nice. Oh, off on some of the Russian technique skills. I believe he did a Rother Woo, traveling from end to end, and then as he kept spinning around, just looked like something rammed into the horse and he was off. And that's the thing. Anything can happen on pommel horse.
Such a strong start to the routine, too.
Very strong. I want to see him finish strong now, though. Nice tongue fei. There we go. That's more like it. Up in the dismount. Nice. Going for double pirouette. He'll get credit for only one pirouette, so because he fell on the wrong side. He was supposed to fall on the other side of that dismount. So he'll lose a little bit of difficulty in that, and then obviously at the fall. So Panthers on horse not starting with a clean routine.
And that's the concern for them, is how do you rebound from that?
And advice to the athlete, or just the way I would think about it, is you have to be in your own world when it's you going up there, and you have to have your team supporting behind you. It's a little bit of both. You're in your own world, but they're a part of that world, and they have to push you to finish the routine nice and strong. So it's a team effort in order to get through this competition.
Typically strong on the pommel horse, Christian Grahowski, the sophomore from Pennville, New York. 17th best overall scorer last year.
And he can throw a difficult routine. We'll see what he does today. He has a lot of skills up his sleeve. Nice opening scissor, and here's the flop work. Very good. Legs together. Nice tight form. Good Russian. And nice flare traveling up and down the horse. Beautiful skill. I love flares. Tongue fei, very nice. This is a very good routine so far. Oh no, I might have jinxed him, but he's got to go. Okay, he hit. It was a good routine. We had a little less difficulty on the dismount. He was supposed to go around 3 times, only went around once and then got off, so he'll have a little lower start value, but stayed on. Had a couple slip-ups on some form. There's the dismount, nice. So difficulty will be a little low, and there'll be a little bit execution, but nice routine from Christian.
It looked like he got towards the end and just thought, all right, I gotta end this while I'm ahead.
And that's the thing about gymnastics, is you have this set routine planned, and the goal is to do that set planned routine every single time the same way. But in the moment, anything can happen, and the best gymnasts are the ones that are able to adapt to the situation.
Here's a sophomore from Texas, Kobe Cantu. They want to have him on 4 events by the end of the year, and his turn at pommel horse.
Nice A scissor to start the routine. Good work on the E flop. He's lacking some extension that Christian and the other Panther had, but so far looking very nice. Good dismount. Very nice.
The first score for Greenville was Landon Venus, and he had a 11.450. You saw the high five from head coach Zach Peters as Cantu wraps up his routine.
And a nice dismount from Cantu. Went straight up to the handstand. That's what you like to see. You don't like to see any pressing or stopping motion as you're going into that dismount, because judges are able to take deductions on that, and we do not like deductions here.
And here's one of the captains for the Buckeyes, Tyler Rockwood. Senior from Lancaster, Ohio. Just a great leader of the team, and his career best score in this event is 13.2.
Opening A scissor. Nice D flop. He's looking very good so far. Tongue fei, a little shaky, but not bad. Magyar. Nice Savado. Up in the dismount. That's a hit set. He looks very relieved with that, very relieved.
Strong start for the senior Rockwood, an event he is one of the leaders at.
Yeah, and that was a very nice set from Tyler. I saw a little bit form here and there, not as clean, not quite as clean as Christian or Landon were, but he got credit for everything, made it through to the dismount, and that is what you want to see. You want to see a nice hit routine on pommel horse. Buckeyes will be happy with that.
Leading score so far is Christian Grahowski, who's a 13 flat. Cantu was 12.850. And now Jacob Foster, another gymnast they're expecting 4 events out of. He had to work really hard to clean up his routine through the summer.
That looked like nerves. Legs came apart during that flop sequence, and the thing with pommel horse, especially when you're only on those single pommels, the less control you have of your body, the more your legs are flailing around, the easier it is it's just to fall off. It's hard to stay on when form comes apart like that. Back into the rhythm though, looking good. Nice extension in this traveling sequence called Magyar, forward, Salvato back. Up in the dismount, nice double pirouette. Got credit for dismount. Very nice. All right, so he did have the fall, unfortunately, but he came back strong. And that is what I like to see. I like when a gymnast has a mistake that they stay level-headed and they keep going, they keep pushing through, and they put out their best gymnastics no matter what happens. And I believe that's what he did, so you should be proud of that.
And that's what Zach Peters, the Greenville's head coach, that's what he wanted to see too, is you have one fall, not ideal, but okay, it happens sometimes, but how do you respond from it? And I think so far we've seen Greenville, they've been responding quite well, as one of the star freshmen, Chase Davenport Mills from Johns Creek, Georgia. He'd been dealing with some illness earlier this week, but here he is, a member of the junior national team, expecting to be an all-arounder, and he's starting on the pommel horse.
Nice opening scissor. Oh, very difficult skill. Ah, there we go. Nice triple Russian in the middle. Don't see that too often. A little bit of form, but it's very difficult, so nice to see him do that. Good in his Magyar. Good in the Roth, or tongue fake, excuse me. I know, off on the Woo. And I believe he won't get credit for that skill. Put up a huge fight though.
He really got tied up.
Yeah, he stopped before he was able to get credit, in my opinion. I'm not a judge though, so we'll see what the judges say. All right, he's not going to reattempt the skill, so I think they just want him to finish strong. There we go, nice triple. Yep, triple Russian dismount, good. Good finish from Chase. Unfortunate to see him fall so close to the end, but he was able to minimize, finishing nice with a clean triple Russian dismount.
They're extremely accomplished coming to Ohio State, but first event as a freshman, a little bit, just got him there right towards the end.
Just got him towards the end, but as you said, he was sick earlier this week, and I was at the predisposition that he wasn't competing at all. So I think that routine was very good considering the situation he was in. So looking forward to see more from him later on in the season.
Now Davenport Mills' score is not in. Before his score, Greenville had about a 10-point lead and change, either going one way or the other over Ohio State. As the pommel horse continues, Henry Silva, another Texan, a lot of gymnasts from Texas on the athletes from Texas on Greenville's team. He's one of the many freshmen on the roster, 11 of them. His score last week against Michigan, 12.950.
Nice opening scissor. Nicely through the flop sequence. Good Russian. Hips aren't extended. Oh, they're extended there, though. That's really nice Magyar and nice Salvato work. But when he was on the pommels, a little more extension, but he's very stable in his shoulders. Like to see that. And nice triple Russian dismount. That was a hit set. The Panthers are happy with that, as they should be.
The best score so far was a 13 flat from Grahovsky. And Silva, very strong performance for the Panthers, who are showing a lot of fight here early.
Yep, and a slight little quirk on a triple Russian dismount that I want to point out is you see him try and arch and get up, drive his heels as he went over the horse. In order to get credit for that skill, you have to reach a certain angle. I believe they might have changed it to 45 degrees, but yeah, so that's why you see gymnast arch out of that triple Russian dismount. But now Jesse opening with a nice scissor handstand, very good skill. I love that skill. He does it so well too. Wow. Oh.
Almost the Salt Lake, Hawaii native, Jesse Bacali.
Down on a very, very difficult skill. And you see just wasn't able to get his leg around, smacked into the horse. That skill is called a busnari, I believe. And it looks like you're gonna do a dismount, but then you come back and you swing into a flare. But Jesse getting back into the swing of things, doing his single pommel work now. Good Russian, a little pike in the hips. Nice Magyar. There we go, good rhythm. Beautiful dismount. Nice dismount, beautiful control. Good finish, very good finish.
Seems like a pretty good summary of how pommel horse has been going for all these teams. There's decent start, mistake, strong finish.
Yes, and it seems like you said, these routines are becoming reflections of each other, but one from either team can break the spell.
Well, the first chance to do that is the anchor for Greenville, Matthew Roth, who is a pommel horse specialist. He had an all-right dismount before he arrived at Greenville. Had been working on it. He was injured his senior year of high school, too. So his opportunity in training preseason, very strong for the freshman from Brookhaven, Pennsylvania. And they really like what he's been able to do. And now, as you'll see, they have him in the anchor spot as Greenville's got a chance here to even take this pommel horse section. Parker Thaxton, everyone thinks very high of him, is the anchor for the Buckeyes.
I love a nice pommel horse anchor battle. It's very typical because a lot of teams do have a one pommel horse specialist guy that they like to put up at the end. A lot of teams have that in the NCAA, so common battle that we see in this rotation later on this season. With a nice opening scissor, a little loss of form, but nothing major. Nice open hips. I love his extension on his circle. A little loss of control, but back on track. Very good. Good, Magyar. Nice Savado. Gotta fight. Come on. There we go. He broke the spell. That was a very nice routine. That was very clean. I like his circle, and I can see why they put him at the end. Not only did he hit, but he has beautiful technique. That should score well, in my opinion. Yep. A little pause as he's pressing up to the dismount. The judges might be able to take a tenth or two for that, but he will get credit, in my opinion, for that skill, helping his difficulty, helping the Panthers.
The strong overall for Greenville, setting up our final athlete here at the pommel horse, Parker Thaxton.
Very excited to see Parker on this event. This is his specialty. He is la crème de la crème of pommel horse swingers. When I talk about extension and open hips and nice, beautiful swing and circles on pommel horse, he can be the epitome of that.
And I'll say this, prior to Roth's effort there, Ohio State had a tenth of a point lead in the pommel horse between these two teams. So it does come down to Thaxton. His best career score, 14.333. He made the NCAA finals last year in this event. He scored over 14 6 times a year ago.
Nice scissors, showing great distance from his hips and the horse. Beautiful zone, single spin on one arm. Bazugo, other way around, beautiful. Come on, nice. Good single palm work. This is looking very beautiful. Loss of form on the not triple Russian, but Russian on single pommel. Not bad. Ay. And off what I believe was a Wu attempt. This is a monster routine, folks. A lot of difficult skills in here.
Sophomore from Robbinsville, New Jersey.
Yep. And it looks like his palm wasn't. It almost looked like it either slipped off. There was a loss of pressure. A loss. I would say it was a loss of pressure. And when you're not pushing down on your hands and on your wrists and you're not stable like that, you fall off. But he's back on track. Little loss of form there. Kind of muscling. But there we go, picking up the circle. Good Magyar. Good Servato. Up in the dismount. Okay. I don't know what the judges will do with that. I would give it credit. I would take a lot of deductions, but I would give that credit.
Well, the difference, what he would need if Ohio State wanted to win the pommel horse was a 12.550.
Oh, and you see he just wasn't able to open his shoulders and extend fully into the handstand, and that's how you get support. That's how you're able to pirouette really easily. Shoulder angle is close, so when he tried to initiate that pirouette, and also he's tired at this point at the end of his routine. Recipe for disaster, wasn't able to push, was just falling, collapsing. But he was able to show that he touched all parts of the horse. He was able to pirouette all the way around. He was able to land on his feet, only took a hop. He just bent his leg, so we'll see what the judges do with that.
We saw Donovan Hewitt, the law student, firing up his Buckeyes as they get ready for one of his best events, the Rings, which come up next here on Big Ten Plus.
We now begin the 4-minute touch period. Greenville will begin on rings. LSU on balls. We will switch after 2 minutes. We are at 2 minutes. Teams, please switch. Day, Ohio State 126.650. Greenville 123.70.
Welcome back, everybody. The pommel horse is in the books, and it was a close one between the Buckeyes and Greenville.
Yes, it was. We saw some mistakes from both teams, but looking back, Gymnastics.
Ohio State had eked out, I guess, a 1/10 of a point advantage overall on the pommel horse. And we said before Parker Thaxton's event, his run through, that Ohio State needed a 12.550, and he got a 12.850. And with that big fall he had right in the middle, one can wonder what he would have ended up with. He's been over 14 a million times.
Exactly. Parker put up a lot of big scores last season, and he was able to, because of the fall, he wasn't able to meet his previous expectations. But he still was able to score the same as basically all the other competitors, and that has to do with a lot of the difficult skills that he was attempting. And his routine, from my perspective, was almost 2 times as long as some of the other routines that were being performed today. So when you have such open and extended swing and tight shoulders and stability, and you're doing all these difficult skills, you can have mistakes like that and still score as well as an average pommel horse swinger. But the thing is, Parker is looking for more.
He ended up finishing 3rd overall on the pommel horse. Christian Grahovsky's 13 flat held out as the best score. And now we go to the still rings. Ohio State leading off, Arthur Ashton, who competed in the rings every meet last year.
And Arthur is on this event for the Buckeyes because of his reliability, his consistency. Not going to show crazy strength, but he should have some nice straight plans. I want to see a little more straightened out hips, but very good. Nice kip L, good stability, locked elbows, nice positioning. Good straight body press up to handstand. Clean in the Yamawaki sequence, back up rise straddle O, very nice. Legs were glued together in that sequence. Nice stable press to handstand. This is looking very clean. Lock arm giant, a little way wobbly at the top, but nothing bad. There we go, nice front giant. Dismount, front up pike. Good, open, found the landing, step forward, but that was a very nice clean routine, exactly what Arthur Ashton is capable of and exactly what he wanted to do.
His career best performance was a 13.350. And if you're looking for a consistently strong performance, Arthur Ashton delivered.
Exactly, he delivered. A nice dismount, a little locked-legged, I would say, coming out of the open onto that pike. And that's the thing with some of these forward landings, forward dismounts. You don't see them too often. They're not really favored by the gymnast, but they come at a risk of landing like that. But nice control, he was fine, beautiful routine. Happy to see that.
Leading off his 2nd rotation in a row is Landon Venus, the freshman from Richmond, Texas. He led off the pommel horse, and now he gets to make way, lay the groundwork for Greenville on the rings.
And I have a feeling that he will want to perform well after what happened on horse. Nice opening back up rise. Straddle planche, a little bend in the elbows. Clean Yamawaki sequence. Back up rise, straddle L, nice. Good press. Again, a little slight bend in the elbows. That's a nice handstand. Good back giant. That was pretty. Nice. Dub. Wow. Very good, very good. Bravo.
He scored a 13.2 a week ago. And he's got the Panthers fired up now.
Yeah. He has a very nice swing, very clean, legs flew together throughout the routine. And finding that landing like a cat. Beautiful. But he will have some slight deductions. I did see bent elbows if we are going to be critical, but again, that was a nice routine. He should be very happy with that.
You see Ashton's score there. That's a new career high for him.
And I have to applaud that. That is nice to see career highs.
Justin Saccone's career high is 13.050, and he got that a year ago against Greenville.
Ooh. So we'll see what he does today. Ooh, that's the straight position you want to see on the planche. And Maltese, Justin, the firecracker, lots of power, really strong. A little short on that Maltese, I would say, but he's looking good so far. Good swing handstand. There we go. Yamawaki sequence, a little separation of the legs, but good control into the straddle L. This is looking very good so far for Justin. Nice locked arms and lat press. Ah! Sorry for folks at home, but that was good. I love a stuck dismount. It makes me happy. I will say though that in his dismount, he was attempting a double layout. I would say a little bit too much pike in the hips. So we'll see what the judges do with that. They might give him double pike credit. In my opinion, I don't think he opened out enough to get credit for double layout, but stuck the landing. So
he's used to doing that. He stuck the landing at the Big Ten Championships a year ago as well.
Yep.
And a strong start for both teams.
Yep. And that's the thing with rings is after horse, it is oftentimes a debacle. Rings is seen as the stable event. It is seen as the event. It's like, we can't really fall here, so let's relax, let's settle in, and let's compete these routines. That's how a lot of gymnasts view rings at times. Not every gymnast, but most.
Through one rotation, I guess, here, Greenville trails Ohio State by 4/10 after Venus had that 13.1, a good score. Well, Logan Watterson, you guys see him for the first time today. He showed a lot of consistency. They loved how consistent he was in high school. And now, shaking off all those tricky habits, looking for a clean rotation here is Logan Watterson, the freshman from Dallas.
Excited to see what he has in store. Yamawaki sequence. Back up by shuttle. A lot of boys are doing that sequence this season. His was a little bit slower. I'd like to see a little more speed throughout the Yamawaki, the flips in between the rings. Little shaking in the handstand. Nice. Full twist nail back. Good chest up on landing. That was a nice clean routine from Logan for the Panthers. I would like to see some more stability and push down throughout that routine, but it was very good, very clean. He should be proud of that. It was very nice. Another look at the dismount. Nice and high. Look at the chest, right up. That was nice.
Scores are in for Saccone, who had a 12.950. So Ohio State, almost regardless of score from Watterson, are going to have the lead through two. And that brings up the captain, one of them, Tyler Rockwood.
And Tyler's very clean on this event and is very much capable of putting up a big number if he so wishes.
I bet he does.
I bet he does.
He said he's probably thinking, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put up a big number right here is what I'm going to do.
Yes, and that is what we hope to see. And I believe he has some upgrades in store.
Which has been the key for Ohio State. When over the summer, Pav, he said that that's what they wanted to work on, was we want to up the degree of difficulty, and one of the great candidates to do that is this fella.
Mm-hmm. And Tyler has been working relentlessly on accomplishing that task. Nice. Maltese, that was very good. In my opinion, pretty straight. Nice hold. Good cross. Pull up. Impressive showmanship of strength right there. And I love his Yamawakis. Nice and smooth. He inlocates his shoulders very well. Put a little arch in the handstand. Back under control. Again, a little wobbly. Giant through. Big dismount. Good landing. Very nice. That was very nice. Very clean. Tyler's known for having a clean ring set. Yeah, I don't have many critiques. Oh, the handstands. Yeah, just a little wobbly, but
you had that one where his legs just kept going.
Just kept going. Almost had me on the edge of my seat. I don't know about y'all. And then only a 1/10 step because the foot did come up. So no stick, but very good. Minimized the landing deductions. Very good routine from Rockwood.
And overall, very strong performance by the Buckeyes, as Greenville needs to rally here if they want to keep the pressure on. They are down 3 points entering the rings. And here is Ethan Poole, sophomore from Murray, Utah.
Ooh, nice. Kicked across. Want to see him not fall into the cross, but keep his shoulders level as he gets into the cross, but nothing major. Ooh, nice lock arm press. I like to see straight elbows under press. That was good. And lock arm giant, good stability. A little waver, but good front giant. Yeah, Milwaukee, very good. Back up rise, LC. Gearing up for dismount. Nice. Simple dismount. Going for the stick there. Took a step. But that is okay. That was a nice, clean routine. Very nice, clean routine from Poole right there.
Steady Eddie, that one step on the dismount.
Yep.
Speaking of Steady Eddie, Tyler Rockwood posted the biggest number so far. To wrap up Poole's routine, there's that one step.
Yep, but Panthers will be happy with that. And excited to see what else they have coming on later in this event.
I'll tell you what, I think everyone's excited to see Donovan Hewitt.
Ooh, yes. This is his event, I would say.
He was third at the NCAAs a year ago, and one of the things that they love about him is him just showing the dedication to school. He's a law student here now, and he still has time, is organized enough to be able to come in, get his 3-4 hours here in training. And so far his career, it's paid off a ton at this event.
Yep. And that's what Donnie does. Donnie strives for excellence, being in law school, being an athlete. He strives for all of that. And let's see what he has. Nice. Straight body planche. Maltese, very good control. Nice body positions. Yamawaki. Yamawaki up to handstand. A little wobbly and a little break of body position, but nice. Good back giant. Keeping it tight. Fighting. We'll see if the judges give that credit. He was moving a little bit in that skill. You're not allowed to move too much in order to get credit for their strength skills, but looking very good. Nice. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That was very good.
He was rallying the Buckeyes before this event, and he delivers.
As a captain should, as a captain should. Trying to make sure the Buckeyes stay level-headed and focused, eye on the prize. And that's what Donnie did in this routine. It was clean. There were, I would say, some body position breaks throughout that the judges have room to take deductions, but overall, huge difficulty. Nice and clean, legs together throughout, and a very good dismount to boot. So the Buckeyes will be happy with this rings rotation.
They had a 3-point lead through 3. And you saw Hewitt's monster performance.
Yep.
Now Sergei Popov, interesting story. He's a freshman, but he took 2 gap years. He took off the COVID year. Then he didn't like his recruiting, hung around a little bit. He reached out to Zach Peters about Greenville, and he learned they were starting the program. Didn't join the first year, joined the second. He's a freshman, but he's 21, lots of experience, and this is his first event of this meet. He had a 13.4 last week, though.
Maltese timing with the music. That was kind of cool. But he fell into the hang a little bit. Want to see a little more control. But nice Yamawakis. Backup rise. LC, very good. Press handstand, nice. Good lock on Giant. Giant through. Full touch double back. Nice landing. Very good. That was a very good and clean routine.
One of the leaders of these Greenville Panthers, still a young program, not a young freshman, but a strong performance by Popov. One of the most positive, hyped guys on the team, and you can see it there.
Yes, and I love to see that type of energy from these gymnasts. And love to see positive reactions from positive routines, because you got to keep that energy going. That is how you stay on top of things in competitions like these. Look at the dismount. That was very good. Legs glued together throughout, chest up, arms out, ready for the landing. I don't know if there was a shuffle of the feet or not. So we'll see what the judges do with that.
That brings us to, yet again, Cameron Nelson. First team All Big Ten a year ago, and in this event, he was 24th in the U.S. in average. Finished 25th also in the rings in the Nationals and the NCAAs last year.
And Cam has a fun personality, but he also has very good gymnastics. So I'm excited to see what he does today.
Yeah, quite accomplished coming into Ohio State,
Yes.
been accomplished here at Ohio State.
Yes, he has been, and yes, he is. Good on the Maltese. From this angle, looked low, but it also could just be the angle we're at. Ooh, wow, 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 wow. Inverted cross. Straight body plunge. This is crazy difficulty. On the inverted cross, I don't know if he held it quite long enough. In one position, he kind of like kept lowering down. He never really stayed still, but I would give credit. Back by shadow L, straight body plunge. Wow, 4 major strength skills already from Cameron Nelson in this rings routine. That's very, very difficult and very tiresome. Giant, good. Showing nice stability. Good back, Giant. Ooh, a little buckle in the shoulders. Giant through, dub. Step back. Nice. He should be happy with that. That was a very nice and clean routine.
His career best, 13.850. If that's the same score, it'd be 1/10 behind what Hewitt did. But a very versatile and strong performance by one of the team leaders, Cam Nelson.
Very strong performance. I want to see what the judges do with that, because with these strength skills, it's very easy to lose tenths on them. The judges are very picky. They're very picky about the positions, about how you're holding it, even about how your hands are placed on the rings. They want to see, can you open your hands, or are you gripping the rings too tight? Because if you're gripping too tight, it shows a lack of extension and strength. So a lot of room for deductions. We'll see what the judges do with that.
Second event for Jacob Fostermer. He fell on the pommel horse.
Ooh, but opening strong. Nice cross. You can see the hands turned over the rings a little bit. Ooh, but very good. He's looking good so far. Nice. Good, Yamawaki. He's showing nice locked elbows. Good press. Good back giant. Oh, slight little arch. Giant through. Full twist, no back. Nice. Very good routine from Foster. Nice to see.
Good bounce back, too, from one event to the
Yes.
next. Strong anchor by Foster. They described his routine as foolproof, and it looked that way.
It did look that way today, especially with that nice cherry on top dismount. Beautiful form throughout. Nice chest up on the landing. Beautiful.
Now we'll go to the vault, and we'll tabulate everything, have a score update for you as we head over to the vault next. Wrapping up the rings, a dominant performance by the Buckeyes. They've added 4.6 to their overall lead over Greenville, and Cameron Nelson had one of his career best performance, 13.9, to anchor Ohio State.
Yeah, so looking into that career high from Cameron Nelson, a lot of that can be attributed to his increase in difficulty. He has been working on strength, as have all the Buckeyes have been this past summer. They've been doing a lot of strength intensive workouts from what I've heard. And it has shown in this past rings rotation, showing in their dominance on that event. They really came in with the upgrades, put up some big numbers. They're going to be happy with that. And Cameron's going to be happy with his new career high, as he should be.
So Ohio State leads, you see the score in the bottom, by 7.65 through 3 rotations. However, this was the best event for Greenville a week ago where they beat Michigan on the vault. That's the only one that they won on, but they did beat the Wolverines by 1.65. And leading off for them, Landon Benes, as he's done a couple times today.
Nice, stock double full. And this is why Landon was put up first, because he can do a nice, clean vault, and that is exactly what he did. And the Greenville Panthers are going to want to capitalize on this event, and so far they are.
They had 3 men go over 14 in this event. So far, it's been the exact same lineup as a week ago. Kobe Cantu has been replaced by Bo Bice for this one, though. And the 3 men after him all went over 14. Logan Watterson almost did a 15. And against Michigan, he won that event then. Now it's the Ohio State's turn. It was originally going to be Jacob Harmon. This is Justin Saccone.
Oh, actually, this is Zach.
Zach Snyder. Correction.
Yeah.
So Justin Harmon had been switched out, and error on me. Good catch. So it's Snyder first, and then they're putting Saccone last. He'll be anchoring for Ohio State.
And Zach is capable of a 2.5 twisting vault, so he'll land forward. But we'll see what he does today. Oh, he went for it. Oh, that was very good. Wow, nice and clean through the air. Nice height, amplitude, sent it out. Only slight hop backwards. Buckeye should be happy with that. Zach should be happy with that.
He's been described as explosive and quick, and you got that on display. By the by, speaking of mixing up names, Greenville, we've had it. You might have noticed a couple times where we've said one name in the back of the jersey, might have said something else. They're not wearing all of their own singlets, so some of them are wearing different ones. We noticed that especially last time where Sergei Popov was wearing Major Baines. Now this is Bo Bice, maybe wearing his own, we hope. But he is the only new member in this rotation for Greenville, which was extremely successful overall a week ago.
Wow, another 2.5. Greenville putting up a big vault. He sent that up. That was very good. Nice height, amplitude, good form. I will say Zach had a bit quicker punch and block off the table. Zach has a nice, fast, quick twitch to him, and he was able to get around very quick. It looked like, oh wait, let's see. Oh, very good. It did have a nice pop. But I'd like to see a little bit more, so then we can finish with, landing, chest up a little bit more and a little less of a squat. Judges can take a deduction for the squat. Well, but overall, very good vaulting.
Snyder had a 14.5 to lead off for Ohio State. Now Kazuki Hayashi.
Also capable of a 2.5, but only double full today. Nice and clean, some hops back. But I'm not sure if that was the vault he intended. But as gymnastics can be, things change right in the heat of the moment.
That's the one he got. Bice, by the way, had a 14.350. So, and that begins again. Greenville's got an awesome vault team right now. And here's Jackson Clapper, who had over 14. He had a 14.050 a week ago. Can he go back to back?
We will see. But looking to put up another big vault.
A freshman from Kansas City, Missouri.
Nice, straight body, open, double full. Bit of a big hop back, but that was very clean, very nice to see. And in my opinion, that was potentially good enough to do 2.5. But I won't speak more on that. I'm not the gymnast. So, but yeah, very clean. I like how his hips were very open and straight in that vault. Judges can take deductions if you're piking down or showing a change in body position, and he kept it nice and straight. So that's what you like to see.
So Donovan Hewitt, who had a phenomenal performance on the rings, the best of anybody on that rotation, will step up to the vault.
Excited to see Donnie in this event. He can be explosive and powerful, but only and up till the last moment. Huge. Oh, a little too huge.
A little shaken after that one.
Just slightly, and it did look not the best after the landing.
Here's another replay at that.
Ooh, yep, legs were a little bit too locked on that landing. Don't like to see that. So, might have taken a hard hit to the legs. Donnie does.
Carried a lot of power into that.
A lot of power into that. A little bit over-calculated, but it happens sometimes. I believe he's talking with a trainer, so things will get worked out.
So a big opportunity here for Greenville.
Yes.
And Michael Avery, who went 14.5 a week ago.
That is a big number.
The Panthers have gotten back-to-back 14s in this competition.
And if Avery does what he is capable of, they should do it again.
Now, Ohio State has 2 14s. We'll see what Hewitt's score ends up being. But an opportunity for Greenville with that tumble. That really nice somersault, but not what he was going for.
Yeah, it was a nice rollout.
Looking for something that more sticks here with Avery.
Yes, let's see what Avery can do. Nice. That was a very good vault and a different entry. So don't see that too often on the men's side, and I like that type of vault. I like that technique. I will say it seemed like as much height as he would have wanted, had to pike down a little bit in the hips, but it was clean through the air, nice distance, very good vault overall.
Cameron Nelson, 5th in the World Cup a year ago in Cairo. In this event, the Big Ten vault champion in 22, an All-American a year ago.
Yes, and this can be a big event for Cameron, for the Buckeyes. Oh,
another fall
on the front double fold. That was a front handspring front double fold. Didn't look like he got enough pop off the table. When you're doing a vault like that, you want to see the gymnast impact the table really quick and push off. And it looks like he just didn't extend quickly enough off the springboard. Unfortunate for Cameron. He doesn't fall often on that vault, I believe.
Well, Greenville now can put this thing away, at least this rotation, if Logan Watterson, who stuck the landing a week ago against Michigan, he did it, the difficult vault. It was almost a 15. It was a 14.950. He repeated it in practice.
Oh. So let's see what he does. Gotta go big. Wow, not the stick, but that was a very clean and controlled landing. That's gonna score well. That had beautiful amplitude. That was up in the rafters.
And he brought it down too.
Very nice. Chest stayed in one position. Controlled step forward. That's what you like to see. Very good from Logan.
Final man up is Justin Saccone.
And Justin has a big vault planned, I believe. I'm excited.
And he is the one sliding into the lineup in place of Jacob Harmon.
Yep. He's got to go big, though.
He has to go massive.
Come on. Whoa! Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? No, 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 no. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Maybe
Oh my gosh.
another peak.
That was insane. Come on. That was crazy. We have not seen anyone do that vault today. We have only seen. And bam. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Well, we said he needed to go massive. We'll
Yeah.
tabulate the scores and see how massive that was. But we're going to take a little break and we'll come back with the parallel bars, and I'm going to try to scrape Harrison off the ceiling.
Yes. Thank you.
We'll be back for the parallel bars next. Well, we had some fireworks to wrap up the vault. A couple monster scores on a high-scoring event, Greenville, for the second meet in a row. They did take that particular event, that rotation, over a Big Ten team, and it ended with a flurry between Ohio State and Greenville.
Yeah, we saw a lot of huge vaults from both teams going after some difficult vaults, showing nice, clean form in the air.
Their only falls, really, Ohio State's Hewitt.
And Nelson did, unfortunately, not able to keep their vaults to their feet, but nice vault from Watterson right there. He showed great height and amplitude, and then this huge vault from Saccone, finding the landing. Buckeyes were happy with that, and Panthers were happy with their rotation as well.
And Watterson eked out that victory by 1/10 over Saccone.
Yes, so Saccone may have stuck the landing, but with Watterson, as he's doing the vault, he showed really nice height, he showed really nice control on his landing, and he showed really good form throughout the air. With Saccone, he had a little bit of his legs apart while he was flipping, so that might be attributed to some of the deductions.
Zach Peters was talking to his a couple of his guys, Zach Conley, who won floor against Michigan, and Logan Watterson, who won vault against Michigan. And he told them, like, hey, I never beat a Big Ten team, and they got, now that's 2 for Watterson.
2 for Watterson, and it's always possible. Now looking at Parker on parallel bars, nice Healy. He had opened with a nice sequence. Pete Hansen into Pelt. Nice Diamondov right there. Good sits hand. Shift in the hands though. Judges can take a deduction for that. Nice stable handstand. Good Peach. No pike. Goose feet, step to the side, chest a little bit down. Not quite the amplitude you want to see, but that was a very nice, clean routine from Parker Thaxton. Nice opening for the Buckeyes.
Thaxton was originally recruited just for the horse, but his great work ethic, he's now a 3 to 4 event guy, and you see him here leading off the parallel bars.
Yes.
A little sidestep there.
Yes, little sidestep, and like I was saying, he didn't quite extend the shoulders and push away off the bar as he was swinging up into that dismount. So that can attribute to some of the lack of amplitude and a little bit to the sideways step. But still very good dismount, very good routine, and I love Parker's line on parallel bars. So nice to see him not on just horse today, but on P-bars as well.
And leading off for Greenville, we get to see our good old friend Landon Venus again leading off for the Panthers.
Yes, and the thing is with a good leadoff like Landon is you like to have him. You really do like to have a good leadoff.
He's been doing a pretty good job so far. He led off on the horse. The rings, strong performance, great on the vault.
Yep. Nice opening peach hand. Drop basket, back up rise handstand, looking nice. Here's a very nice line too. Good support in the Healy. A little rushed. Ooh, he has nice stability though. Nice open shoulders, good extension, beautiful Diom. Nice to 10. Want to see him hold the handstand a tad bit longer, but it's looking really nice. Good control on the peach, showing nice support. Very good handstand. I love his handstand. Up tuck. There we go. Pop with the stick.
Just had to hang on to it.
Just had to hang on. And the thing why you want to see gymnasts fight for the stick is because when you stick, you get a 10th bonus. And in gymnastics, every 10th counts.
Especially in a new, relatively young team, very young roster on a young team.
Yes, and with any team, you want to teach them how to fight. Fight for every 10th, and that's what Landon did there. I will mention, he did swing his arms when fighting for that stick. The judges are going to take a 10th for that, so what he gained is what he lost, but no steps, so it's like it never happened.
all even.
All even, yes, clean slate.
So here's Drake Andrews, who very exciting freshman from Plano, Texas, performed very well in the 2023 Winter Cup Finished 8th in the rings, 9th in the high bar, and here he is on the parallel bar.
Excited to see what he has in store for us. Interesting side mount, free hip handstand. Love to see it.
His very first event as a Buckeye.
Little form on the Healy, but it was nicely done. He's not going to get credit for the peach attempt handstand. That's okay. Gotta stay focused. Yep, that was very nice. Yep. Not quite getting handstand there. And feet dipped below horizontal on that peach. So I'm noticing some small deductions that the judges are going to be taking. A nice dismount. Chest was up on that. Good stability.
Not too shabby for a newbie.
Not too shabby at all. Not too shabby at all. He has nice form throughout the routine. There were some moments where he was a little bit rushed, not exactly putting the nice flourish on top of some skills that we want to see, but it was a very nice routine overall.
Not including his score, which hasn't been counted yet. Ohio State has a 1/10 of a point lead over Venus, and Greenville, probably that little whirly he's doing with his arms.
Yes.
Otherwise, we'd be dead even. And here's Sergey Popov, who he popped off against in the rings. Strong performance there, and he gets to slide on up to the parallel bars.
Excited to see what he is going to do for us today. And I will mention that the judges and their deliberations often take time. And when you're ready to go, you just want to go.
He's got the green flag,
He has the
and
green flag.
The race is on.
Race is on.
Andrew's got a 12.450, by the by.
Nice clean start. Nice Healy. Now he has to settle into the routine. Got the big skill out of the way. Good, more sport. Little side step. Back in control. Yes, good to pelt. Side step. Not quite getting his chin there. Up, up. Oh, very good. That was a nice surprise. I did not expect the dismount so quickly, but I'm seeing a strategy with some of the routines that the Panthers are doing. They're trying to keep routines a little bit shorter, because when the routine's shorter, that's less skills the judges can deduct from. And he got through the routine, and that's what counts. Nice dismount there, and a dub front nonetheless. I like some forward dismounts on P-bars. Panthers will be happy with that.
Christian Bartolini, redshirt senior, grad student rather, from San Antonio, Texas. I think just redshirt senior is what he's graded as. He'll be next up. First time we get to see him today. His academic all Big Ten a year ago. And his career high in this event, 12.6, also came against Greenville last year.
Seen a lot of Greenville OSU competition. This makes it more fun, in my opinion.
A couple guys have very fond memories competing against Greenville.
Yes.
And
yes.
Bartolini's one of them.
And that's always good to have good competition between teams.
And by the way,
pushes you to be better.
Popov got a 13 flat, which means Greenville has the lead through 2 rotations.
Nice to see Greenville putting up a fight and taking that lead. Little bent arms. Ooh, but nice Healy, recovering. Good peach hand, although not quite to the handstand. There we go. And then forward and off on the D-arm. There we go. Nice giant. Good peach. He's moving very quickly. The pike. And forward on the dismount. On his feet though. not what Christian had in mind, but it was clean throughout. There were some hiccups though.
You can see a little regret in those eyes. Just he knows he's capable of more.
And that is one of the feelings you don't like to have as a gymnast, knowing that you were capable of more. But it happens. Mistakes are normal. Everything happens. We've seen falls aplenty today, so we'll probably see more on high bar. High bar is a scary event. So.
And we've seen Jacob Foster now. He had a fall earlier. Just rebounded on the rings, and here he comes back on the parallel bars.
Yes, and the Panthers are going to be looking to keep their P-bar streak going. They've put up some nice scores so far. They are not going to want to let up, especially not now.
Foster, one of the team captains, a sophomore from Knoxville, Tennessee. And he's got a chance to stretch the Greenville lead in this event, which entering this rotation was at 4/10, and he can grow it.
He is a taller gymnast, so I'm excited to see what type of skills he will be performing. Oh, nice peach hand. Good giant. Good Dion finding handstand. Nice studs. Oh, there we go. Ooh, very clean peach support. This is looking very clean. The pike. Ah, nice. Very good routine from Foster. We love to see it. That was nice and clean. I like that routine. I like it a lot.
And we're almost, well, now halfway through the pommel or the parallel bars. Strong performance by team captain Jacob Foster.
Yep. Threw his head back right as he was swinging into the dismount. I mean, it's a technique perspective. I prefer seeing the head in as they're swinging up into the dismount. Sometimes with the head out, you tend to rush things and throw yourself off balance, but put it to his feet, had a very clean routine. Panthers will be very happy with that, as they should be.
They got a 13.4 from Foster, so that lead will grow.
And the Panthers are just going to want to keep capitalizing on that. And the Buckeyes are going to have to launch a counteroffensive.
They've got a 1.5 point lead over Ohio State here through the parallel bars. If you want to see fight in these Panthers, they've been doing it. They took the vault. They have the lead in parallel bars, but Ohio State's got a lot of firepower coming up. Tyler Rockwood is next, and he worked really hard to increase his start value for this event, which he had qualified for the NCAAs last year in.
Yep, so going to be interesting because the thing is, when you're working on upgrades, you always have the option to not perform them. Of course, you want to put out the big difficulty, but big difficulty is not worth it if you're not going to hit it. So we're going to see what he does today. Peach hand, some steps, just some tiny deductions. Oh, difficult skill. That was nice. Very unique. Front of price to Tantan, but he's off on what I believe was a Makut's attempt. Like I was saying, when you have difficult skills like these and you're going for them, you run the risk of instances like this happening, of falls happening. And it looked like when Tyler was going into that skill, yeah, toes were just over into the wrong direction, and then once they were set in one direction, they just kept going. So let's see, is he going to repeat or move on? Move on. Healy, nice, smart decision. That was nice and clean. Good Dion, little shy handstand. Giant, want to see a longer hold. Good studs. Good peach. Gearing up for dismount. The bite. Ooh, that was good. Chest up, nice control. Shame about the fall early in the routine, though.
Good battle back, though, for Tyler Rockwood, salvaging that routine. But it's going to still be Greenville can stretch that, have another opportunity to stretch that lead.
Another, and OSU is allowing them this opportunity.
Well, leaving the door open. They did have a big lead entering this rotation of 6.75.
This is very true.
They got a lot of room to go, but yeah, Greenville's got a lot of bite to them.
They do. These Panthers bite back. That's what I like to see. Makes competition interesting. I like the drama.
And next will be Kobe Cantu, who competed in the pommel horse. He, a week ago, had competed in a extra rotation, but now here he is in the parallel bars. His previous career best, or his best last week, rather. His best last week was 12.2.
Nice opening sequence, kip-out press handstand, showing great control. Beach handstand, that was nice and quick. I like that. Good back. Nice giant, more support. Good Diam, little awesome form. Good studs, finding the handstand. Ooh, little slight elbow bend. No big deal though. That pike. Oh, a little forward on the landing. It looked like he anticipated the landing a little bit too much, so kind of opened the hips a little too early. Shot him forward, but nothing bad. That was a very nice, clean routine. I liked what I saw.
Yeah, clean routine's probably going to help their cause, even though there are a couple steps there. It looked like he was taking a running landing.
Yeah. But what he did before that will help the score, because that routine from the get-go was very controlled, very clean, what we like to see. Just the little mishap on the dismount.
And the last man of scarlet and gray, Caden Spencer, who's a gymnast of the league once last year, finished 5th in the country overall score in the parallel bars. Just an impressive background, trained at his family's gym in Huntington, West Virginia. His grandfather was a hopeful Olympian, was on the Belarus national team, or the Bulgarian national team. Didn't compete in Tokyo in 1964, but his mom did and was coached by his grandfather in 1988.
Yep, gymnastics is coursing through Caden's blood. Runs in the family. Good press. Nice, Peach. That was automatic. Good, Giant Diam. Difficult skill. Into the bob czar immediately. This is good gymnastics so far. Giant. Shuffle back. Very good to Pal. Caden's looking really good so far. Diam, beautiful. Short of handstand on that stitch right there. The pike. Ah! Bravo.
Strong performance by Caden Spencer, the sophomore from Huntington, West Virginia. Parker Thaxton had the previous best score in this event for Ohio State of 13.3. This one was very nice.
I am very confident that should overtake Parker's score. It was beautiful. Caden has a technical prowess about him but with his gymnastics that I like a lot. I believe the judges like it. He has just very good control throughout his routines. That is going to be rewarded well, I believe. And it should, I believe.
We'll see what the judges author, but it does look quite promising. The final man up, Jackson Clapper, who went 13.350, finishing 2nd in that Michigan meet. He's anchoring today. And he's got a chance to cinch up a 2nd event for Greenville.
Yes.
Here in this duel.
And the thing is, I don't know if he was watching Caden or not, but when you watch your competitor put up a routine like that, you have to be mentally ready to just push it out and do what you can do. So excited to see what Clapper is capable of.
Like the Army says, be all he can be. It was a big number by Caden Spencer, 14.250.
Huge number, but Clapper opening up with a very nice and stable Healy. Good peach handstand, showing great control in his handstands. Nice giant. Dion, good fight. Come on. Good studs. Nice to the handstand, straight to the handstand. Good peach. Oy, just a little bit of a muscle up. Well, nice. Good up pike from Clapper. Great finish from the Panthers. Panthers had a great P-bar rotation.
He needs at least a 12.6. And this smells like a much bigger number.
I am hoping it scores better than 12.6. I'm not sure about his difficulty because like I was saying earlier, the Panthers are doing some shorter routines, so less difficulty, but very clean, very well done, should score well.
We will check the scores and come back for our final event, the high bar, to wrap up this duel between Ohio State and Greenville.
The 1-minute transition has begun. For the Panthers, leading us off on high bar, Coach Cantu.
Goal number.
A tall order, but potentially doable.
Here's Kobe Cantu.
Nice talk half. Straddle to gotcha. Very nice. In-bar shoulder. Normal straddle shoulder. Doing up for dismount. Ultrasing double A. Ah, finds the landing. Very good.
What a
very
start
good.
for Greenville.
Bravo.
Kobe Cantu's best against, or his score against Michigan was 11.5. So not too shabby to lead off this final rotation.
Nice height and amplitude. Oh, that was beautiful. That was a beautiful dismount. I guess I can say a little bit more open in the hips, maybe slightly piked, but that's being really picky. It was a very good dismount.
We have Parker Thaxton up next. So as we said, Greenville's goal scorer, they want to break 390. They need 65.6 to do that. If they want to pull a major upset, they need to outscore Ohio State by 5.8 or 5.76, I guess would be the accurate score if we're going to be really technical.
Yes.
But Ohio State's got some big guns going in this event, including Parker Thaxton. He's had shown a lot of promise. Hasn't been a very clean meet for him yet, and this is a way to finish strong.
Yes, looking to see Parker on high bar He has a very clean swing about him on this event. Pin bar endo up, slight flex in the elbows, little hesitation. Beautiful talk half, a little shy handstand, but nothing major. Beautiful floaty in bar stoller, that was nice. Release, Tkachev on the bar, nice. Pike Tkachev, very nicely done. Straddle Stolder. Giant hop full, beautiful and clean. I want to show a little more space on the giant hop. Well, the nicest amount, nicely done. That was a very good, clean routine. What the Buckeyes wanted and needed, what Parker wanted to do, they'll be happy with that, as they should be.
Yeah, that's got it. You can see almost the relief mixed with joy.
Yes, especially because last event, some stutter steps, just a couple of tenths, nothing major. Very good routine from Parker.
So Mac Pollock will step up. Freshman from Lincoln, Nebraska, and for Greenville to hit their goal score, they need 52.85 among 4 men. And Mac gets second crack at it. Cantu had a 12.750. We last saw Pollock when he had a 11.4 in the floor exercise.
Nice, clean endo. Good talk half, no shy handstand, nothing major. Nice shuttle touches. Stalder. Inside Stalder, nice, showing a nice scooping motion of the feet into the dismount. Ah, very good.
Stuck it.
Yes, stuck cold. And I believe that was a tuck. Full twisting double back dismount, tucked, not laid out. I can't tell from the angle that we saw it if he meant to tuck or not. He will get credit for a tuck, so difficulty will be down.
He did it.
He did a tuck no matter what happened, but he was very open in the beginning, so I'm questioning if he meant to do just a layout and if he changed it midway, but he found the landing, that's what counts. Clean routine, good stuff.
I think overall we've seen an awfully strong first meet of the year for this young fella, Christian Grahovsky.
Yes, he has had a great showing on horse earlier. Excited to see him on this event. He has a nice swing about him here. Good talk half. Little shy. Straddle Tkachev. Pike Tkachev. Nice connection. That was good gymnastics. Layout and off. Woo, he went
Belly
for
flop
goal.
right at the end.
Yes. I want to say it looks like he wasn't able to get enough pop off the bar, so that might have to do with how the shoulders opened for the release. I can't really tell from that angle, but that was he was attempting layout Tkachev. So with that skill, you need to have a lot of space in order to get your body completely stretched over the bar. Just didn't work out that time, but he's got to move on. He has a routine to finish. Oh, good jam. Beautiful inverted giants. That's a nice go. Inside endo forward, straddle, endo forward. Oh, yeah. And then forward on the dismount. Christian has a, I would call it unorthodox technique on his dismount. He doesn't typically do the quick giants that pick up speed before. He does a nice controlled. He uses a lot more of his shoulders. But he gets it done. But today just came up a little short.
Gets it done most of the time.
Gets it done most of the time, not today. Wanted to see a little more toes up into the dismount. Would have given him the rotation to have kept it on his feet. But all in the past.
And now it's Logan Watterson who won the vault in a spectacular effort, and now is third up for Greenville. They need 39.9 points to hit 390 for the first time. Program record would be a little bit closer. It means if the final three could average 13.3, that would do it. Big ask, but Watterson's delivered on the vault earlier.
Yes, opening nice with a nice Yamawaki, nice and high, straight body. I believe that was a pike to Kachev. Straddle. Very nice. Through his releases. Nice, simple free hip. Line change. Little separation of feet. Credit for the forward skill. Gearing up for dismount. Full twisting double. Paces back on his feet. He'll be happy with that. Panthers will be happy with that.
A couple steps, but a strong effort by Watterson. What a strong start to the season for the freshman from Dallas.
Yes. Nice height, amplitude. Showing a little lack of preparation for the landing. Judges can take a deduction for that. You want to show a little more control. So even when you are taking those steps, you take them in a controlled manner and trying to minimize deductions. But very, very good routine from Logan. Nice and clean.
Logan's become the star freshman for Greenville. Coming into the season, the anticipated star freshman for Ohio State, Chase Davenport Mills, who's described by his coach as elegant and gorgeous when he's doing his releases on the high bar.
Yes, and I will biasly agree with that. Chase has a nice swing on this high bar. You're going to see it. It's very beautiful. He has nice extension, pointed toes, locked legs and knees. Let's see if he can put it together. He was sick earlier this week, so fatigue can be real here.
So you're looking for elegance. And here it is.
And bar stalder open, slight flex of the elbows. Endo. Little sideways on the top half, but nothing major. One arm giant, slight arch. Picking up some little deductions here and there. Here we go. Beautiful layout. Had to muscle the giant over, but nice flight. Straddle. That was a beautiful release. That was nice and smooth. Stalder. Looking very clean now. Gearing up for dismount. Full twisting double. Onto his feet. Very nicely done from Chase.
Pretty slick there from
Yes.
Chase Davenport Mills, the freshman from Georgia.
Yes. I will say I have seen at one point him training in release combination. Didn't do it today, which is fine. Hit the routine, which is what we want to see, and saw beautiful gymnastics. So Buckeyes and Chase will be very happy with that performance. Legs glued together on that dismount. I love to see that.
Greenville has two more to go. That pursuit of 390 might just be out of reach.
Yeah,
They
it's looking
need-
like a tall order now.
The last score by Watterson was a 12.150. They need 27.75, which is, look, they need a couple monster performances to get that. But they could still hit their program record, which is a little bit closer. But the next is Jacob Foster, who went big on parallel bars, set a new season high. Bounced back from the fall on the pommel horse. Strong effort on the rings. And now he approaches the high bar.
For the Panthers, Jacob Foster.
Excited to see what he has in store. Now Milwaukee, looks like his feet might have brushed the bar. That could be a deduction, but let's see what the judges do. Stalder, nice and clean. Good blind change. Nice endo. Top half, little shy handstand, nothing major. Doing up for dismount. Triple back. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. Triple back. Come on, folks, it's a triple back.
And executed quite well by Jacob Foster.
Executed very, very well. That was nice. That was a very pleasant surprise.
It said they needed a monster number here.
Wow, up into the rafters, minimum. Well, there was a cowboy. That's the legs apart. But only a step forward. Come on, folks. 3 flips into the air onto those mats are soft, but they're not as soft as you think. And it was beautiful. That was well done.
I think overall pretty encouraging trip to Columbus for Mr. Foster.
Yes, yes, yes. I would agree on that.
Now Kazuki Hayashi, senior from Fairfax, Virginia. Career best, 14 flat.
And Kazuki can fly on this event. He's capable of very big release moves. Excited to see what he will do today. Unique one-arm giant Zuliman start to the routine. Here we go. Coleman. Full twisting. Pull back over the bar. Nicely done. Little muscle out. Without the pull. Very good. Much better. Huge layout. Little close. Working well. These are huge releases. Combo. No combo today. I've seen him do the combo in the past, but wanting to stay on the bar. Smart decision on his part, but that was a little shy of handstand. They might give no credit for that skill and take some deductions. We'll see how that impacts the score. Gearing up for his dismount. Full twisting up late. Oh, stays on his feet. Good, good, good. Very good routine from Zuki. Is capable of slightly more difficulty, but that is not needed right now. What is needed was a clean set. That is exactly what he did.
He finished 8th in the Big Ten last year, qualified for the NCAAs in this event. They said he has a huge release, and you saw it.
Yes.
So the final Panther of the day is Donovan Deviney. He went 12.85. He took a couple months off over the last year, battled back in the summer, really came into form, and he is the anchor of the competition for Greenville. If he wanted to hit 390, he needs a 15.25, which would be spectacular.
It would be world champion, Olympic champion routine.
But if he gets a clean routine, you'll see these Panthers celebrate, because that would be a new program record performance.
Do you have what the program record would have to be?
I think it's 386. I'm trying to remember.
Ooh, so they can do that.
They can do it.
Nice Zuliman opening. Unique start, same as Zuki. Very well done. Talk half, little shy handstand, not bad. Come on. Nice. Get it. Wow. There we go. There we go. Good stall there. Nice one-arm giant. Full twisting double A. Yep. Very nice routine. That was good stuff from Donovan. I got a little excited there in the middle because during warm-ups, I saw him take a nasty fall on that release. I'm talking about his head was almost on the bar when he did it in warm-ups. completely fell, landed on his back on the mats. So for him to come out and put out a routine like that, hit it, he should be proud of that. Panthers should be happy with that.
I was looking over at their head coach, Zach Peters, and he seems quite content. It'll be up to the judges, but Greenville, another strong showing, taking second in the tri-meet against Michigan last week. Finished strong here, and our final competitor, Caden Spencer, being serenaded.
Caden also another gymnast capable of huge release moves. Like that, nice Yamawaki. Good, nice, go. Go, 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 go. Wow, whoa, come on, folks, 3 in a row. Piatti straddle Tkachev into a straight body layout Tkachev, into another straddle Tkachev. Beautiful talkful, difficulty is accumulating, wow. This is very clean. Very, very clean so far. Full swing double A. Just a pace back. Wow.
Not only an anchor performance for the Buckeyes, but what an anchor performance for our broadcast today, too.
I mean, the routines at the end of this session, high bar always gets me excited. How can it not? I mean, look at that. Beautiful high, little pike down in the hips, and didn't quite absorb the landing as he's capable of. But beautiful routine, very clean. As I said earlier on P-Bars, Caden has a technical prowess about him in his gymnastics. Beautiful today.
So the final score will trickle in right now. Greenville is shown with the lead. That's just because Caden Spencer's score has not been tabulated, which will give Ohio State a season opening victory over Greenville. Greenville, though, they showed a lot today. They should be very proud of themselves.
They should be very proud of themselves, and I think all of NCAA gymnastics should be proud of Greenville and what they are accomplishing. They are doing so much for this sport in NCAA, and it makes me so, so happy to see them doing so well, especially at a season opener. And I am looking forward to them breaking 390 because they're going to do it. I can guarantee that by the end of the season, they're going to do it. They're out for blood.
Well, the Buckeyes did it today. They will be off to take on the Midshipmen coming up in a week's time, going to Navy, and then they will be at Norman, Oklahoma, where they'll also take on the Arizona State as well as the Sooners to begin February. Greenville next week will be hosting Illinois and then have a week off before going to Simpson.
So a lot of exciting gymnastics coming up. Makes me excited.
Caden Spencer's effort, you want to guess that score without looking?
Okay, I do want to guess the score without looking. I'm going to go with, let's say like 14.65.
14.05.
Oh, I overestimated.
You're close, though.
I overestimated because I don't know if he put in upgrades. I think he put in upgrades, so I thought he had a couple extra tenths of wiggle room. But it also might have come down to the dismount because he didn't stick. So lost some tenths there. But still, once you're in the 14 on high bar, that's a very huge number. You should be very proud of that. So
it should be very encouraging as you see the final tally there. Ohio State wants to set their sights on winning the Big Ten, and they're off to a good start.
And I do want to point out and highlight Greenville on the left, outscoring the Buckeyes on vault and parallel bars. You mentioned earlier how Greenville last weekend outscored Michigan on vault. So seeing Greenville keep up this vault excellence, you could call it, is good to see. I want to see it continue throughout the season. I want to see them build up to it to NCAAs.
On that note, too, that 7-9, they did 7.650 against Michigan, so they did 3 tenths better.
A steady climb, and that's what you want to see in these meets. You want to see a steady climb and a build up towards the end of the season where hopefully you're able to put out your best gymnastics.
We see a 7.35 victory by Ohio State.
Yes.
They gave up some points there on the, a tenth of a point or 8 tenths of a point on the vault. It was very close in the parallel bars, but then rallied with the high bar. Overall impression of the first event for Ohio State.
Impression of OSU so far in this competition, I would like to see them find a little more stability. I thought there was some shakiness throughout the competition, as to be expected. It is the season opener, but high expectations are always needed if you want to perform well in this NCAA competition, because every team is out for blood in men's gymnastics because there are so few teams in NCAA men's gymnastics. So it's the best against the best is what I'm trying to say. And they had some falls here and there, as did Greenville. But overall, I thought it was a great opener. I know the Buckeyes will be wanting to shoot for the 400 mark and getting past that, because that's what other teams in the NCAA are doing. They are going to reflect on this performance today, most likely, and think about how they can improve upon it, just as I assume Greenville will, because Greenville was looking to try and hit that 390 mark, and they came a little shy of that. So both teams are going to want to improve looking forward, but I say they should be satisfied, but not for long.
Yeah, the goal, they don't want to be fifth in the Big Ten again.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
There's a lot to build on from today.
Exactly. A lot of good stuff to build on, and a lot of stuff that needs to be built upon further. But
So
yes,
we'll check in on the trophy presentation, and both teams are going to get a couple honors here.
Yes. Do we have event winners on us right now?
I don't know.
Because I can't recall that off the top of my head. But yeah, lots of great gymnastics today. And going back to the Buckeyes, I will mention that they showed some impressive upgrades that weren't shown last season. So they are putting their name in the pool, trying to get into the higher ranks of NCAA gymnastics, but it's not going to take just difficulty. It's also going to take consistency. So they're going to have to build that as they go into the season. Same with the Panthers.
Some big dates to keep in mind. The Winter Cup coming up in late February, which is huge if guys are hoping for an Olympic shot.
Yes.
Then the Big Ten Championship, which in a non-Olympic year would be a much bigger scale. But be that as it may, is on April 5th to the 6th, and that's over in Champaign, Illinois. And then the National Championship, April 19th to the 20th. Ohio State wants to have a lot of guys in that, especially because it is right here.
Yes, 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 yes. And that's why the Buckeyes will be looking to build and build and build towards the end of the season, just as the Greenville Panthers and all the other teams in the NCAA will be looking to do as well.
By the by, just a couple little tidbits. Ohio State's last national championship in men's gymnastics, 2001. Their last runner-up, 2017. Stanford has been running roughshod over everybody since 2019. They've taken the last 4.
Yes, even though not relevant to Big Ten, I would say Stanford has a dominance in men's gymnastics that has been unrelenting the past several years. Since 2019, you said?
2019 was their beginning of their run.
Yes.
I think Oklahoma, if I remember right, Oklahoma had it before that.
Yes, Oklahoma had it for, I want to say, 4 years, and then Stanford has had it since 2019. And a lot of that has to do with national team members getting recruited from high school, and a lot of them are heading to Stanford. And Stanford's taking advantage of their name, of the coaching staff there, and they're a great program, evidently, with all their wins. So big competition for all these teams out in the NCAA.
And you can, I think in the background it's kind of nice. So you can see they're already the dismantling of the gymnastics setup. The sports venues here at Ohio State, if you're maybe tuning in from Greenville, just the infrastructure here in Columbus is incredible. And this is almost the only multi-use facility left.
Yeah,
more or less.
Not
there's a couple.
Too many. I'm not very knowledgeable on this subject, I will preface, but yes, as you were talking about earlier, wrestling, volleyball, men's and women's gymnastics, men's and women's volleyball.
So we'll eavesdrop in.
Yes, on these results here. I remember Michael's routine. Very nice and clean and steady throughout. Happy to see him win.
And he went first, too.
Good to
Grahofsky,
see.
the
Christian
sophomore.
taking the lead on horse.
Arthur led off the rings for the Buckeyes.
I will preface, I believe there might have been, were there mistakes in the final scores?
Must have been.
Because
Finishing second with a score of 387.350. Greenville.
I'll hold that thought. And congratulations to Greenville on a great outing today.
With a score of 394.700. The Ohio State University.
And congratulations to the Buckeyes on their win today. But I do believe there was some mix-up on some of the event titles because I know for rings at least specifically, if I remember my numbers correctly, Arthur Ashton was said the winner at 13.55, but Donnie and Cam went 13.9, if I remember, which would make them the winners. So I think there was a mix-up.
Yeah, I think there's a little.
And if I remember, Logan had the top score on vault as well with 14.6. Zach Schneider only went 14.55.
Well, the handshake line is.
Oh, there we go.
We apologize for that.
Oh,
There
they
we go.
got it.
Yep.
Our winner today on the floor exercise with a score of 13.500 from Greenville, that is Charles Kramer.
Okay. So not Miles with the title, but Charles. Charles showed a nice routine earlier.
Ohio State, Christian Bronski.
Christian still retains the pommel horse title for a very well performed routine. There we go. Donnie taking the title on rings. And there's Logan on vault. There we go. All right, these sound more like it.
On B-bars, the winner with a score of 14.250 from the Ohio State University, Caden Spencer.
Yes, Caden showing that monster of a routine on key bars, taking the title. And doing the same on high bar.
So Spencer takes the last two events, both on the bars. Logan Watterson and Charlie Kramer, the high level for Greenville, is the second event in a row, second meet in a row where they take two events from a Big Ten team. Christian Grahofsky and Donovan Hewitt round out the individual event winners. Ohio State takes it overall, 394.8 to 387.35. And alongside everybody here with Big Ten Plus, Harrison and Derry, Jonathan Mathis saying farewell from Corvelli Center. The new season and the new year have begun in men's gymnastics. The road ends right back here, and we look forward to seeing you for the rest of it.